I was doing so much work myself and I got really good at it that I think that, finding somebody to do that work without me being like right there, hands on, in charge, or doing part of that work, there was like this belief system where it was like, no, it can't be done without me putting my hands on it, right? Because it's gross enterprises and I've got to do that.
I know a lot's changed in your business since we met, and our opportunity to work together has been awesome. I'm curious, like, what has for you now? You have your business running and you have your team running, that you're able to take this time to explore permaculture further. Start building out more ranches and things like you're talking about. I guess what do you think, if you just to start off with, like, one thing, what's been the one thing that's allowed you to run your business and be able to have more life at the same time? Can you pick one thing, or is that too difficult? Is there one thing that stands out above the rest that's allowed you to have this balance?
Well, to tell you the truth, I guess my one thing would be my mindset, which you've helped me with, which is going from, thinking that I was the only one that could do this work to, no, I can train my team to do this work. And then I just supervise and train and oversee work that's going on. So that's one of the biggest things, where before, it was like I was doing so much work myself and I got really good at it that I think that, finding somebody to do that work without me being like right there, hands on, in charge, or doing part of that work, there was like this belief system where it was like, no, it can't be done without me putting my hands on it, right? Because it's gross enterprises and I've got to do that. But here's just a for example for today. I mean, we have 3 jobs going on today, and we had a countertop measure that started at 8 o'clock this morning. A wonderful WOW client, Katie Atherton, redoing her kitchen. And then basically me, my son Marshall, and Allison all showed up there because it's a really critical time, because we're designing the countertops, right? And so my countertop people were there and stuff, but that's the first time I've actually been there in like a week and a half. Marshall and Allison have been running that job and just call me up and ask me questions. And then I went to my other job where I have basically Tyler and Eddie up on a roof, and we're doing what we call design build. So we have to tear roof drains apart, and we got this little window right now because it's supposed to rain coming up Thursday, Friday, and they're talking about an inch of rain in the North Bay here. So I've got this little time, but they tore it all apart and pulled this roof drain apart. Never doing this kind of work before, but they're really good technicians, and they're smart. I trust them. So once I got it tore apart, I came from Katie's job over to that job and just said, okay, here's what we got right now. This is a drain body. And I went on my phone and I showed them what drain bodies we need to get, told them where they needed to go. They're on my account, so they were able to go get those parts. And basically, I was able to coach them and show them how we were going to rebuild that roof drain. And once they tore it apart, I actually was able to show them where the leak was. We discovered this is where the leak was. Now we'll put this new drain body in. We'll put it back together. And it's kind of, I call it design build because there's no real plan on this. We're basically taking it apart, having to put our own new body in there, and coming up with the method of sealing that back up. But my part of it, they're actually working on it right now. My part of it was being able to be there at just the crucial time to say, okay, this looks good, tear this apart. We take a couple of pictures, we look at a couple of diagrams, and I'm even sending them to go get the parts now. And they're going to be back there. Just they'll put it all back together. They'll take a picture and then basically call me, and I'll just look at the picture and be able to direct traffic over the phone and tell them, okay, that looks good, or you need to adjust this or adjust that. And then on top of that, we still got our F45 job going today, where we're in the middle of the pandemic. We had to switch over from faucets that you turn on by hand to faucets that are touchless, that you just wave your hand underneath.
Yep.
And so we had to get our mechanical engineer to figure out, basically the new flow rates and everything to get these faucets to work. So we had to get new faucets. We had to buy new parts. And they're up there right now adjusting those. And I've got a really good team on top of that one. But it took, it's getting these teams together and having all these people in my network that I built over the years. And then, so how did I put it? I used to say that, and I remember you and I've had this conversation, that I'm trying to build this, like I refer to like a Super Bowl team or a World Series team of technicians and subcontractors and network, because I've got my engineers, my architects, and all those people together so that we can put together the best product that's durable and lasts and everything. So today, I've actually got 3 jobs running and was able to get here and be on this phone call with you. And I know all that work's happening right now, and I've trusted my team and everybody to do that work. So that's
So now this is giving you the life to choose what you want to do, to how to grow your business. Because when I met you, you were still in the same field, but you were doing a lot of the work, and then it's been like off and on again. And I know there's a period of time where you went all the way to not having anyone on your team and have to rebuild everything from scratch. So I just, first off, congratulations of seeing you not only grow one team, but have multiple teams going at the same time right now. This was what you had dreamed of when you talked to me. And you're right. It is the mindset, because, finding the right people, it goes with ourselves first, right? Centering ourselves on what we want and what we need, and then allowing space for your teams to grow and flourish. And, they have to be able to, learn and make mistakes on their own as well, and be able to continue to learn from you as a mentor. Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients, so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitan.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.